Hello everybody and welcome back to Dark Souls 2. So we're continuing where we left off in Manjula, something.
Are you the next mark?
Now this woman here is kind of works a bit like the Demon Souls woman. Well, the woman from Demon Souls who used to level you up between levels. There we go. You can now level up by the power of the Emerald Herald. That's her there. You use her kind of like a firekeeper as well as a leveling. You level up with her. She kind of gives you the story as well.
Seek there so once you so that there seek.
There we go. Now basically she says that you have to go find 4 Lord's Souls and stuff like that, kind of like basically the old game, and yeah, what you do with her, you can level up and also you can upgrade your Estus Flask with Estus Shards. Now unlike the last one, this doesn't actually give you a more powerful Estus, it gives you more Estus to use. You start with 1 and you kind of build up and build up and build up. So let's give ourselves some levels, shall we? Oh, there we go, I think that's be fine. I'm kind of going to go for like a sort of spell sword build. I know that there's a weapon quite early on that I can get, and I'm not sure how much I'm going to have to dedicate into attack and dexterity to actually use it, but it is a really, really, really useful weapon, which is going to sort of stop us from relying way too heavily on our sorceries, because that can become a crutch, as I can imagine. If you lose all your sorceries, that's it. This is a really cool thing here. 3.5 million deaths worldwide. That's recording every death. Last night that was at 500,000 at 4 AM or so. So within that period of time it's just went insane. This guy here is kind of like the Crestfallen Warrior, but kind of a mix between the Crestfallen Warrior and Petraeus, because he is also, if you exhaust his dialogue line, he will offer you to join the Way of Blue. There we go, the Way of Blue convent. Now the Way of Blue is kind of a sort of PvP helping guild. Now if someone is invaded and you're wearing the blue seal,
that is a why people let
you can invade, if someone is being invaded by a red phantom, you can join into the invasion and help them if they are a member of the Way of the Blue. So basically, anyone that is a member of the Way of the Blue, wearing this ring here, increases HP slightly as well. That's pretty useful. The Way of the Blue is not a developed religion. It's a humble prayer that's spread naturally amongst those seeking help. When apostles of the Blue are invaded by dark spirits, they can receive assistance from masters of other world. So basically, as long as you're wearing that, other people, if you get PvP invaders, people can join you and help you and save you from your invaders, which is quite cool. I like the idea. Now this here is our blacksmith. The problem is, of course, he has no key to enter his blacksmithery, and we can pick that up quite early though, so that's what we're going to be doing as well. We're going to go grab that quite early, of course. And yeah, we're going to quickly explore around Manjula. We're going to quickly grab up some stuff, all the little bits and bobs around this sort of local area. There's a life gem over here, and I know there's a little bit up this mountain top here as well, which can be a little bit helpful. And also up here as well we have access to another new convent. This one here is the Company of Champions. Now if you join that company, it will stop you being able to be summoned in other people's world and summon other people into your world. And also the enemies will get 20% more damage, and they will take 20% less damage. So basically it's hard mode, and also you can still be invaded, but you cannot summon any NPCs or anyone to help you. And over here is of course our armory guy. He's kind of our armor shop effectively. Nothing really that helpful from him at the start of the game, because obviously we're not going to need anything like that, unless of course we did have the abilities of course to use those weapons, which we don't at the moment. I mean, if we could equip those weapons and shields, the armor that he's using, I could imagine it might be a bit more useful, but so far this sort of character is not going to be using heavy armor, and neither is a dexterity character, so he has very limited use for them characters. Especially with the DLC, sort of the pre-order gear that you get, it kind of, you know, alleviates the reliability or usefulness of that character. And over here as well, we have our last shop of the area. It's a little cat person, kind of like, you know, the cat convent, the forest convent.
Oh,
She's very, very taunting. I can't remember his name, but also she does offer a shop, which has the evil ring, ring of the evil eye, the silver cat ring, which reduces damage from falling, the red eye ring, easier to be detected by enemies. I'm not really sure why you'd want to use that. Name engraved ring, easier to connect to players who chose the same god. Now I'm pretty sure that would be convent-wise. And Ring of Whispers can hear the foes of voices. Apparently that can help you detect hidden enemies, so I'm not really sure what that does at the moment. I haven't really found a hidden enemy. And the Silver Cat Ring, I'm pretty sure you need that to enter a lower area, which is just behind me. So this sort of stuff seems to be like a bit end game, and also another thing that I really like about the new shop system is everything has a number next to it. That means how many you can buy, so you can only buy one of those, one of those, one of those, one of those, one of those. Which is pretty cool. And also you can abandon convents there and check your ranking in each of the convents. And now, if you can see down there, there's items down there. I'm guessing that might be this game's sort of Blight Town. I would guess it's sort of Blight Town down there. So far you cannot actually jump down there at this level, else you will die because of the drop. So let's get back on and get moving in our adventure, shall we? Now, I'm pretty sure this is the correct way to be going, because we're gonna want to head towards the Forest of Giants as a first sort of location. The only reason I can say there's a divine blessing as well there. The only reason I can say that we want to go to the divine blessing. The only reason we want to go to the Forest of Giants first, straight off, is because the Forest of Giants seems to be the easiest sort of place, and I would much prefer going there than anywhere else. Now I'm pretty sure that is leading us back up to the area that we came down. Now also there is an item over there, which I kind of want, and I'm going to go get that actually. We're going to go get that item. We're going to sort of clear every area that we enter. We're going to sort of get as much as we can before leaving each area, making sure that we fully explored the place and get the most out of this, as I said before. Oh yes, along here. Okay, so up there, we're apparently going to have to get up there somehow. Now, if I remember correctly, this is the way that heads on to the Forest of the Giants. So we're going to go along here. If it is, I'll know immediately, because the way that the door works around here is a bit strange. Rusted coin. That is a actually usable item now. You can use that to raise your luck, which gives a boost in item finding abilities. So that can be pretty useful, actually. Right, and we're back. Sorry about that. Anyway, so yeah, as I was saying as well with the Estus flag, as you can see there's one there, and also you can equip up to 20 items at a time, which is pretty damn awesome. Now the Estus flask, as normal, will restore when you go to a bonfire and rest, so that's kind of working in your favour, but of course you are limited quite early. I mean, you start with one, and you kind of build upon that. Now I'm trying to work out, how do we get down there? No, there doesn't seem to be a... Can we jump over that? No. Aha! Here we go. So... I hate platforming in Dark Souls. Really hate it. Ooh, another item. Oh, that's cool. A Morning Star and a Cleric's Sacred Chime. I'm guessing that must be towards casting miracles, the chime. Because I know they have a small little item which isn't the catalyst. And it's the binoculars! Yay, the binoculars! The most useless item has finally come back into my life. Oh joy. So, let's have a quick look at what that Cleric's Chime is, shall we? The binoculars are equipped in a weapon slot. I'm actually astonished about that. And there's a Cleric's Sacred Chime. Most clerics receive this as a first sacred chime, a catalyst for miracles and hexes. Oh, they can use hexes now. Equip a sacred chime and attune a miracle at the bonfire. The strength of most miracles is affected by the caster's faith. So yeah, that is a cleric character thing. So, okay, that's a bit more streamlined than normal. I remember how pain in the ass it was to actually get any sort of use out of those. I'm not going to leave that equipped. We're going to unequip that because there's really no point in leaving that on. Now this here, from what I'm aware, is actually a locked door which you cannot pass. And I think I may be going the wrong way. Nope, this is the way to the Tomb of Giants, or the Forest of Giants, or the Giants. I don't bloody know. So this is a bit of a weird one. Each area sort of leads off from the Mandula, and from what I've heard, basically the game it starts off quite non-linear. You know, you can go anywhere, but it sort of burrows in on itself and sort of ends to be quite linear. It's kind of weird way of working. Hey, there's a summon sign! Let's summon someone, shall we? I really want to... The sign has disappeared. Oh, that didn't work. I really want to see how well this works, actually. I've never got to this place while human. Aha, another summoner. Another sign, Oxens. Let's summon that person, shall we? The sign... Failed to summon, the sign has disappeared. Okay, so the summon signs seem to be a bit crap. Not gonna lie. So far that's 2 people who have just instantly disconnected. Either instantly disconnected or it just didn't work. And it told me very, very fast. Which, I don't know. Telling me very fast that it hasn't worked is kind of cool. What are you? You're a sorcerer. 2 sorcerers? No. I really want to see how the summoning works, actually, because it was one of my big peeves in Dark Souls, that was the summoning was absolutely horse piss. There's no sort of, working around it or being nice about it. It was terrible. It just didn't work. Everyone knows this. There's an item down here as well. Human effigy. Aha. So the human effigy, as I say, works like humanity. Jesus, that was close. Now, it works like humanity, so we kind of want to keep it and not use it. And also, it works like humanity, but also it works in a basis of if you can use it to stop people invading, like to lower the invasion chance. It's a really weird way of working. But this person's sign doesn't seem to be disappearing. Or Krillian. Ooh, you look like a cool person. Alright. Another thing that I noticed as well, the game also has voice chat. We're going to turn that off just in case, they kind of... I don't want someone being summoned into my world and then hearing me talk to myself, so let's see how this works, shall we? With summon, is it actually working in one try? Wow! Life gem? Sweet. If that actually works. Summon? Well, it worked. That's kind of odd. I am actually astonished with this. The fact that Dark Souls connected in one try. Wow. It's... Phantom... son of a... Okay, so it seems that maybe, I'm guessing people are probably trying to summon to their friends and stuff like that. I don't know, I didn't really want to summon, I more just wanted to test how it works. Ivan. Oh, right. Oh, I get there now. I remember I looked up how to summon people because I couldn't find a summon stone. Now, I know how it works now. That makes sense. You get a small summon stone or something like that to make smaller signs, which you have a limited time of being in the world. And then you get the big summon signs, which give you more time in the world. Because there's a new system in place that basically you cannot be summoned indefinitely. Once you're summoned, kind of a cooldown sort of starts running, which is a kind of cool system, so people can't basically people cannot... Ooh, crap. People cannot gank that well on this, because you're kind of on a timer, which is a pretty damn useful thing. You're not going to get people that are just sitting around with their friends trying to gank. Which was something that I heard was quite rampant. It wasn't ever that bad with me, personally, because I didn't really PvP. You were close. Okay. We need you to die, please. Okay, right, we're gonna have to pull him away, because I know there's a bowman just up ahead. And the bowman is pretty much where I always got any sort of issue around. Hey, there's an item up there. I wonder how we get up there. Ooh. This is the joyous part of Dark Souls, finding everything for the first time. No, we don't want to lock on to them. I know there is also another system which I thought I might as well discuss while we're here. The game gives you the ability to auto-lock onto the closest person to you. I've got to say, that is possibly the worst game decision ever, but you can change it. So it's not like it's something that's too bad, but the way the game starts is it will start saying, hey, you can auto-lock to everyone ever, and it's just an atrocious way to play Dark Souls, I feel. You shouldn't have an auto-lock system, because that will hurt you a lot more than it will help you. Now there's an item up there. And I'm kind of looking around to sort of see how we're going to get up there, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be something that we're going to have to jump off the cliff onto. But the looks of things, it isn't a straight way up there, maybe across from the bonfire, maybe. We'll go up and see how the bonfire looks. That's a dead... I thought that dead body was someone who had spawned into my world and just died. I was about to laugh, actually. That would have been kind of strange. Now, a lot of the things that have changed about the game as well is a lot of the old items and stuff that you used to pick up on the ground are convent rewards, so convents are a lot more prominent. So, realistically, you're going to really want to get your convent, and you're going to really want to level up quite well, because that can really help out. I mean, there's so much more to convents now. They're not just, you know, there isn't just a couple that's actually useful. They're all quite viable convents, by what I've seen. And I'm being shot by arrows. This is an area that I absolutely hate. Because there's a bow guy upstairs who is raining arrows on us. As you can see. And there's also these guys down here who will just destroy you. Okay, right, we've kind of got to wait for an opportunity and get a stab in. There we go. Alright, so there's that guy up there who's raining down arrows like hell. We're going to want to really get up there quite soonish and take him out. There is also that guy over there. He's I don't know what he is, or who he is, or who he's supposed to represent, or anything about him, to be honest. But I know he is really, really, really strong. Ooh, that's how we're going to get up. We're probably going to have to jump off. We're going to have to, like, jump off the cliff onto that and then roll down. That makes sense. Another thing that I really like is if you hold B while you're... or run while you... Oh, shizzle! Not a good place for a sorcerer. Whoa, that was close. So, if you hold B while you're climbing, you can speed up your climbing, which is pretty useful actually. That's one of the things I used to hate was if you're climbing, it used to be quite slow, and you know you'd regret having to do it more than once. But now you can actually speed up your climbing. It does use stamina, of course, because it's moving, it's speeding and stuff like that. But also, as well, to get down ladders, there is now two options. You can drop, or you can slide. The enemies actually seem to be quite good as well. I've got to say, I haven't come across a archer that is not friggin' ridiculously good. I've actually had the most problem from archers in this game so far. They're actually intelligent with what they do. They don't miss lots and just like aim at a specific place and you can just easily just walk from one side to the other avoiding them. You've kind of got to sort of dodge, actually, the arrows, which I am not very good with the timing. Now, there is that down there, but I can't for the life of me think how to get across. I don't know, maybe we could jump that? It's not something I want to test, to be honest, because I'm human at the moment. This is the longest I've been human. Now, this guy over here... I don't know whether I want to fight him, actually. Okay, let's see it. Let's see about fighting him. We're going to mage him, and hopefully he doesn't hit us. I've also noticed I've never played a spell character in Dark Souls, so I don't know if this is a normal thing, but sorceries actually use stamina. Okay, so if we seem to be able to keep a good distance from him, and we'll be fine. But that sword hits, and holy hell, that's a lot of damage. Okay, sweet, he's dead. I have a feeling... Hide a Knight. I have a feeling that he may be a, like, one-spawn enemy. You know, he does have that sort of feel about him. He's bloody powerful. Enemy, therefore treasure. Hurrah for victory. Yes, hurrah indeed. Ha ha ha. He's actually pretty damn good. This is a good amount of souls, actually. Because soon we are going to get across our first shop. Where do we want to go? Now, I played this area, so I'm kind of well versed in the early part of this game. Anywhere else, no. Pretty much, once we get to our first shop, that's the extent of my knowledge. Oh crap! We're out of Okay, so we're gonna have to become a sorcerer with melee weapons. Oh god, no. Hello. Bad mistake, friend. Bad mistake. This isn't a sorcerer who only plays with sorcery. Now, I don't... Did I use up all these embers? Yes, I did, because we fought that thing. Oh! Yes, that makes sense. Now, I should mention, I found out what the change of being thing was all about. It changes your gender. It's a very ridiculous thing, but... Ouch. Okay, so basically it changes your gender, obviously to the opposite gender that your character is. I don't understand what the appeal of that is. I don't know, maybe you might have created the wrong gender when you created your character? I'm not really sure. Might just be there so people can change it if they decided to midway. Right, we're gonna get up here. Now this is where it gets a bit complicated, because I know how this works. There's a bowman there, and last time, if I remember correctly, I took him out with arrows. So we're gonna have to... Oh crap! Okay, there we go. There's a guy there that's gonna be throwing at us. He's gonna be throwing firebombs at us. So we're gonna sort of want to deal with these two, and then go to that guy, but also keep dodging, because that guy is pretty damn accurate with his damn throwing. Yep, there he is with his firebombs. We're going to actually leave him. I got an idea. We're going to leave him to it, because up here is our shopkeeper, our first shopkeeper of the game. Come on, get in that door, get in that door, get in that door. Right, there we go. Our first shopkeeper of the game, light the bonfire, and boom. I think we may call that there for today, because I know we've been going for quite a long time. We're going to rest at the bonfire. This is the Cardinal Tower, that there is a shopkeeper. I'll just quickly show off its wares quickly for today's video. Now, of course, she has a straight sword, a hand axe, club, castus. Nothing really that astonishing there. She has the travelling merchant clothes, which is the explorer's starting gear from what I'm aware, which is kind of strange. Now, here's what she kind of excels in. She has life gems, she has 10 of them. She has humanifiges, which are basically humanity. She has amber, witching urns. From what I'm aware, they may be pretty much a magical fire bomb, which is kind of strange. I think maybe these are infinite because they don't have a number, which is pretty cool. She also has the blacksmith's key, which we're going to take, and she also has the Ferrous Lockstone. Now, I do have Soul Arrow. I already have Soul Arrow. I'm not going to buy another Soul Arrow. We're going to go for the Ferrous Lockstone key to kind of see what it does, because I did see a while ago on my other character that there is a door which I could imagine may be opened by that. So we're going to take that with us. We're going to rest at the bonfire, and we're going to call it there for today. So thank you for joining me. I've been the OGNerd. This has been Dark Souls 2. Until next time, share left your faces, praise the sun, and hurrah!